Okay, so today we're gonna make fajitas, chicken fajitas. I'm going to show you the meat prep and the cooking. I'm not going to go into doing the lettuce and tomato and all of that stuff. I'm not going to build a fajita. I'm just going to show you how to do the cooking part of it. Now, initially, you will start with a chicken breast for chicken fajitas. I will normally take a raw breast and I will coat it like a dry rub with chili powder, cumin, maybe some garlic powder, garlic powder, onion powder. And I'll just pat that down, and salt and pepper, whatever you like on it. Pat it down on a raw chicken breast and then put it in the oven. I'll bake it about an hour at 350 until it's pretty much done. And then once that's done, then I'll take it out, let it set a little bit, and I'll cut it like this here. Now, this one here was actually cooked last week for something else, and it's been frozen, and I took it out and thawed it so I could just make fajitas tonight this way. So if you have pre-cooked chicken, then you can do it this way. And basically what I'm doing is trying to cut it into, 1/4 inch or thinner slices. And I'm going against the grain on the breast here so that as I cook it, it'll kind of fall apart a little bit. I still need to cut up some bell pepper and some onion, and I'll come back when I do that, and then we'll get ready to do the actual cooking. So far, from raw, you want to put a rub on it, put it in the oven, hour at 350, and that rub is chili powder, cumin, and then salt, pepper, maybe some powdered garlic and powdered onion if you like it. But or if you're going to use a pre-cooked one like this, then it's not got any seasoning, and that's fine because we are going to be seasoning it as we cook it. So I'll be back when I got everything ready, the vegetables and the meat and everything ready to start cooking. Okay, I'm getting ready to mix up some seasonings for this. Oh, that wasn't very smart. Anyhow, I don't normally measure this, so what I'm doing is I'm going to try here at a tablespoon of cumin, a tablespoon of chili powder. And these are your two primary flavors in most of all your New Mexico cooking. I will throw in probably, let's say, half a teaspoon of garlic powder and onion powder. And then I'll probably throw in a little salt and pepper there just to round it off, as it were. How's this for? Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Now then, pepper, I don't have any way to measure this because I grind it all myself. If it was up to me, the thing would be probably solid black, but I get in trouble for that, so. And salt here. Probably a half a teaspoon, if that much. I'm not a big salt fan because my wife has high blood pressure and you're not supposed to use a lot. Now, just to show you here, there is the vegetables all cut and ready to go on. I didn't have a green bell pepper, so I used a poblano. If you use a poblano, just keep in mind, if you're not familiar with it, it might be a little warmer than a green pepper, but it was not normally as hot as a jalapeno, so they're a good choice if you don't have any bell peppers. Believe it or not, Walmart did not have bell peppers, green bell peppers today. But that's what you get when you live in a small town or near a small town. Onion, red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper. And I'll be putting that in here. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put avocado oil in this frying pan. Now, you can use olive oil, and I have, and it works fine. But they say that avocado oil is actually better for high heat, which you'll be cooking this almost like a wok, pretty hot. Now, I don't know how much oil to put in here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. Basically, cover the bottom at least 3/4 to 100% with a layer there. And let me turn that on. That's probably the wrong one. There we go. Now what I'm going to want to do is we're going to want to heat this up and get it really pretty hot. And then I'll put in the vegetables. Oops. Then we'll put the vegetables in first and cook those because those are raw. My meat has been pre-cooked, so I'll put it in towards the end to just basically heat it up. Now all this seasoning I made up here, you see I'm mixing it up. It's usually a little redder now. Like I said, I usually just do it by eye. And I may have to add more chili powder, but you put this in the oil. And what you do, when you heat these kind of seasonings in oil, you're doing what they call blooming them. You're making the smell just, well, and the flavors just pop. So now I've got that in there. What I'll do now is I'll wait until this is hot. But you see, in the meantime, I'm making a seasoned oil. And this will coat all my vegetables, all my meat, and then we'll all be cooked together, and you'll get this fantastic flavor because it's all seasoned in the oil. Okay, this is going to take a couple minutes to get that oil up to temperature. I'll come back when it is. Okay, I don't know if you can see that bubbling there or not. Probably can. My kitchen smells like chili powder. It smells pretty awesome. So it's gotten hot, and we're going to put in the vegetables. Yep, I probably got a few too many. Got a little carried away there, didn't I? I seen something go over the back. Let's see what it was. Yeah, it'll be all right. I imagine the kitchen, the stovetop's pretty sanitary considering it's always being cooked and hot. Anyhow, I'll come back after this cooks, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook this down until it all kind of gets soft and wilty. And if you've ever had fajitas, you know the texture I'm looking for. If you've never had fajitas, well, basically you just cook them until they're soft and flexible. And I'll be back when we get to that stage. Okay, the vegetables have been cooking probably, I don't know, if it's 10 minutes or so. You see they're starting to get a little limp. And I want to go ahead and introduce the meat and get it to cooking because it is cold. Having been pre-cooked, if you've cooked yours with the same day and time, then it'll probably still be a little warm, but you're still going to want to get it in there and get it heated up there. You notice the brown colors, the reddish color, whatever you want to call it, from the chili powder and the cumin. And it's all getting into your meats and your vegetables and seasoning everything, and this is where you get that amazing flavor with fajitas. Now you can do this with beef. I have not tried this with beef. Chicken's so good, I just, why? I don't know. I'm afraid to try beef and be disappointed that, oh, if I'd have done chicken, it'd been great. But anyhow, one of these days I will try it with beef because I think it'll work no matter what you use for meat. But I'm going to let it cook a little bit here, and I'll be back with you when it's all done. Yeah, okay. I'm going to turn the fire off there. These are pretty much done. They're still sizzling like any good fajita will. The vegetables, you cook it to what you like. And what I mean by that is some people like their vegetables still a little crisp. And others like them melt in your mouth, done. So you just do that however you want. If you, it's the kind of recipe that you make your own, because if you like hot food, you can add jalapenos to the bell peppers when you fry them up. You can use hot chili powder. Maybe you don't like the multicolored bell peppers. Quite frankly, orange and yellow and red bell peppers they're just a little sweeter than green bell peppers, But any number of ways, and you can make it your own. Now, this is also a carb-friendly dinner if you have access to this. This is called a carb chopper tortilla. We get these here at our grocery store. Being in New Mexico, there's tortillas, like most places would have, bread, I guess. I don't know if you can see it here. total carbs of 7 grams, but with the dietary fiber of 3 grams, they're only 4 grams a piece. So she can have a couple of these. There's no carbs in any of this. It's just meat and vegetables. Maybe a little bit in the bell pepper. I'd have to look that up. But the point being is for, less than 10 carbs, she can have a really delicious meal and not be suffering while on her low-carb diet. So anyhow, there it is. I'm getting ready to eat. Like I said, I'm not going to show you. If you want to know what I'm going to put on my fajita, I will put, obviously, all of this. And then I will put on sour cream and guacamole and probably a little pecani sauce, some cheese, some lettuce, some tomato. I think that pretty much sums it up. I'll use regular tortillas, though. I'm not on a diet, so. But I know one thing. It tastes good. So, hope you enjoyed it. See you later.